The Dancing Plague of 1518 occurred in Strasbourg, a town in the Holy Roman Empire. In the summer of 1518, a woman named Frau Eutrophus started dancing in the streets. What began as an isolated incident soon escalated into a bizarre phenomenon, with more and more people joining in the dance. Hundreds of individuals danced uncontrollably day and night. The event gained attention as it grew in scale chaos. The situation intensified, with people collapsing from exhaustion or injuring themselves. Various theories have been proposed to explain the dancing plague. These include factors such as psychogenic illness, environmental factors like the consumption of ergot-contaminated bread causing hallucinations, and socioeconomic stress contributing to a collective breakdown of those involved. The Dancing Plague of 1518 remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious episodes in history, showcasing the complexities of human behavior and historical enigmas. The Christmas Day Truce was a series of unofficial ceasefires that occurred along the Western Front during World War I in 1914. Despite being in the midst of a brutal conflict, soldiers from both the Allied and Central Powers set aside their hostilities to celebrate Christmas. On Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, soldiers from opposing trenches started singing Christmas carols to each other. The singing eventually led to soldiers from both sides venturing into no man's land, the area between the opposing front lines, where enemies exchanged gifts, such as food, cigarettes, and souvenirs. One of the most remarkable aspects of the truce was the soccer matches that took place on the battlefield. Soldiers, often using makeshift balls, engaged in friendly matches, breaking down the barriers of war for a brief moment. The Christmas truce was a spontaneous and genuine display of humanity amid the harsh conditions of war. It wasn't an organized event, but occurred in various locations along the Western Front. The truce was, unfortunately, temporary, and commanders on both sides discouraged such fraternization. As the war continued, the Christmas truce became less common in subsequent years. The Pig War, which occurred in 1859, was a bloodless boundary dispute between the United States and the United Kingdom in British North America, which later became Canada over the San Juan Islands, located between Vancouver Island and the mainland of North America. The conflict had its roots in unclear descriptions of the international boundary laid out in the Treaty of Oregon in 1846. The specific incident that sparked the Pig War involved a pig owned by an Irishman named Charles Griffin, who was part of the Hudson's Bay Company in British Canada. The pig wandered into the garden of an American farmer, Lyman Cutler, and damaged some crops. Cutler, frustrated by the pig, shot and killed it. Griffin was infuriated and demanded compensation for his slain pig, and when the American authorities refused, the matter escalated. Tensions grew, with both American and British forces being deployed to the islands. Despite the increased military presence, neither side wanted to start a war over a pig. The standoff lasted for several months. In 1871, the Treaty of Washington was signed, which resolved the boundary dispute peacefully. The San Juan Islands were awarded to the United States, formally settling the issue. The islands involved are now part of the American state of Washington, and the only casualty of the Pig War was the unfortunate pig.